and fluctuates, and so whenever we have these kinds of conversations, it's always good to get that final update from the Met Service, which we will in a few minutes.
Yeah, but April, let's jump right into the conversation because
Let's get to it.
there's a lot to talk about. Our viewers, I know they're tuned in every morning, not only to listen to the conversations we have planned for them, but also to hear some of what's buzzing, what's been happening in our country over the course of the last 24 hours. And well, there's a lot happening. One right now going on is a joint investigation. Belize and Guatemalan authorities, Belize and the Guatemalan authorities are investigating a shooting that took place at the Valentine Conservation Post in the Chocobol area, right? So it's an interesting development because it has international implications.
Yes, it does.
And it's the reason why both Belize and Guatemala are investigating the case. If you're not aware of what has happened, just to get you up to date a bit, on Saturday afternoon at around 3 p.m., members of the Belize Defense Force were at the conservation post. You see, it's called a conservation post, but it's located along the Belize-Guatemala border, on the Belize side, of course, and
but
it's
it is
manned
in the
mainly
area,
right, and it's
why.
manned mainly by BDF soldiers. Sorry, and you have police officers also involved in the patrolling of that area. And so on Saturday afternoon, they were at the conservation post when a gunshot was heard. The gunshot was heard, and moments later, one BDF officer realized
He was shot.
BDF soldier, sorry, realized that he was shot to the buttocks, right? And so you could imagine a gunshot being fired. Next thing you know, you're injured, and the big question now is,
Where did it come from? Who fired
where
the
did it
shot?
come from? Who fired the shot?
Yeah.
It's easy as Belizeans to make the assumption
Point the finger.
that the shot came from Guatemala's side,
Yes.
or that it came from as a result of some act of incursion on Belizean territory. And this is what the investigation is seeking to ascertain. So Belize Police Department, they're about to conduct a ballistic test on the slug that was removed from the body of the, from the Belize Defense Force soldiers' buttocks, right? He's, as I understand it, he's in a stable condition,
yes.
that the gunshot wound was not life-threatening, and so he will make it through that. But when you look at the international implications, right, without making any assumptions, the ballistic test will determine exactly where the bullet came from, what gun, what origin, etc. Now, the interesting thing about this that the Commissioner of Police revealed yesterday is that all the soldiers on the ground, that they have accounted for all their ammunition. So that's one thing that is perhaps pushing this investigation to go farther, because maybe if one of them said, all right, I'm missing a wrong, and it was friendly fire in that it was a mistake, then, and that's how my colleague, my fellow soldier got injured, perhaps he would have taken a different turn.
I will say this, and this is just to remind folks that we're talking about an incident that involved, yes, a BDF soldier. Thank goodness he's going to make it, and so on. And it wasn't a fatal injury. I don't know if I don't know if we we realize the severity of the situation. I want us to go back to that incident at Caracol, where the BDF soldier was shot and killed on Belize soil by Guatemalan poachers. Now, looking back at that incident and comparing it to this one, that incident had motive. That incident, we found the perpetrators. We knew what was happening, right? There were witnesses and so forth. This particular incident, a single gunshot was fired, a BDF soldier was injured, and there are no demands. There are no witnesses because it just came at a whim, so fast pace. There has been no indication that anything has been taken from the camp. The investigation is, of course, proceeding. There has been nothing to suggest a motive just as yet.
Well,
and so it kind of, why fire a single gunshot?
yeah.
What's the purpose behind something like that?
April,
and that's where my brain goes when I look at certain unanswered. This particular situation is just, it's more questionable than anything else.
Well,
because if it was supposed to be a Guatemalan on BDF soldier raid, I would have expected more than one gunshot.
Well, it's interesting because when you look at the history of this conservation post in particular, first of all, it was built, it was constructed to address issues of cattle ranching and illegal, squatting or incursions in the area. And so in 2014, you bring up the Danny Konarki event from 2014 at Caracol.
Yeah.
Well, the records will show that in about 2 weeks after Danny Konarki was shot in Caracol, while the Valentine Conservation Post was being constructed, there was a standoff at the post between Guatemalans and Belizean soldiers that were on the ground and as well as the construction team constructing the post. The records will show that these men came into Belize with machetes, shotguns, and small arms. They came in and they made threats to say that we will destroy this post or we will ensure that this is not constructed. Now, of course, our foreign ministry at the time, they liaised with Guatemalan authorities to place on record their discontent with that confrontation, and they also sent in reinforcements so that the construction work could continue and be completed, and that was done. So apart from the Caracol incident, that's also another part of the history to show how tense the situation has been between Belizean authorities and Guatemalan authorities along the Belize-Guatemalan border in the Chiquibul area. And so there's no getting away from the history.
There is no getting away from the history. One of the bigger changes now, though, is that this particular dispute that we've been having with Guatemala for quite some time now is at an international court.
Right.
And so I don't know what kind of ramifications, not just this particular incident, but any incident that would hamper any kind of border dispute would do to the case that is right now at ICJ.
Well, yeah, it compounds the situation to a next level because, like you rightfully said, there's a case before the ICJ. And whenever that happens, whenever there's a case in court, then the expectation is that these disputes, these issues will be handled by the court. Our disagreements, our contentions, whatever issue we have will be handled by the court. And like you rightfully said, all parties will step aside and allow the court to deal with the dispute. But it reminds me of the situation in September at the Sarsoon as well. So there's no denying the fact that Belize and Guatemala has had very tense relationship. And it's not necessarily, this is to say that it's not necessarily Guatemalan authorities, especially in this case, that are perpetrating these types of acts. It could well be, as it has been, regular citizens, you know, with their own animosities, their own griping, because then in these areas, the intention and motives of those who illegally intrude on Belizean territory is to clear land for cattle ranching. We've seen where marijuana farms have been destroyed in this very same area as well.
I mean, we've done the illegal poaching of certain animals that we find to be endangered.
So it's as much a livelihood issue and an economic issue as it is a territorial dispute.
I mean,
issue.
I also can imagine that for the civilians that appreciate that Belize is its own country, and we have certain camaraderie with certain persons along the border, I would imagine that it would be difficult for us to maintain a healthy relationship with folks that don't necessarily see Belize as a part of Guatemala, or citizens that don't necessarily want to use Belize for that resource, that rich resource. So in all fairness with this particular situation, right, when we talk about this incident, I think we need to discuss it beyond just the shooting of a BDF soldier. Yes, that is a tragedy, but we have to also do a deep dive on how this can hurt us diplomatically, internationally, because at the end of the day, we still have this claim. And I know that the referendum came and went, and everybody decided we're going to ICJ, and that would be done with it. But the reality is that half of the country is on that case.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we discuss how vital that is for the future of Belize and for the way we continue to progress. But we will continue to look at the investigation. This is still an investigation at large. The conversation that Paul and I are having are just, it's just based on what we've learned about disputes along the border, and we can hope that it's just a case of a misfire. Maybe this guy was trying to, I don't know, hunt a wild pig, and it got a BDF soldier instead. That is where my brain wants to go. That is the innocence of where my brain wants to go.
Well, you have a positive perspective on it, and hopefully that's in fact the case. But April, just switching tunes a bit more on a positive side. I saw that last week, Friday, you gave John a bit of scolding because he said that he had never attended Wednesday. He said that he had never attended Tacos Fest before.
Yeah.
This is what John dubs the National Tacos Fest, right? Tacos Fest. And so I decided, well, I'll take it upon myself to attend the fest. And so that's what I did on Sunday in Orange Walk. They blocked off an entire street. And mind you, this was my first Tacos Fest. And I just wanted to highlight this to big up the organizers, to big up all those who are involved, because this isn't only about the tacos, but this event was and is about the culture of the North. Yeah. I'll tell you something, man. These people showed out not only the different types of tacos. I mean, you have kebab tacos, which is the kebab pork tacos. That was, to me,
is that really a taco, though?
That's
Can
the
it be
question.
dubbed as a taco
If you have, listen, what makes up a tacos? It's the corn, tortilla, it's the meat,
the salsa.
it's the salsa. If you put all of that and just add a piece of steak, in there. It's still a tacos. You can eat the
The
steak.
stick, make it something else.
Right. So then you take off the you take the meat off of that. So that was interesting. Then you had hard shell tacos, you had seafood tacos, you had pibil tacos. Listen, the list could go on and on in terms of the amount of tacos they had out there. But apart from just the tacos, you had live music and performances. And you know, in Belize City, when you come to Belize City and you go to concerts and you go to live events, you get a lot of the dancehall artists, you get a lot of the punta artists, some of the soca artists, the reggae. Well, in Orange Walk, it's different. You get the techno artists. There's like a techno band. You get the
Spanish.
Right, so it's
Spanish,
a lot
Latino,
of Spanish
reggaeton.
music. And all through yesterday, even into this morning, I'm singing a lot of those Spanish tunes in my head that I still don't know completely what they're saying. But I'll tell you that the vibes was nice at Tacos Fest. And so I just want to big up the organizers.
Yeah, and I think it got reinstated right after, now that we've kind of like lifted all the restrictions from COVID. So I can imagine, just like other all festivals, everyone went in with a bang, and I understand there was a competition. Not all vendors out there were a part of the competition, but me hear that the person will win them from Belmopan.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later.
But I'll tell you something, you're right in saying that it was a huge economic boost.
Yes.
A huge economic relief. Yes. When I spoke to these vendors on Sunday, they're saying it's been 2 years that we've had since we've had this fest. But what gave them relief prior was the different events that were being held across the country. So like Benke Fiesta has been held, the expos in Belize City.
All of the pop-up shops.
They were able to attend those events. And so that was a plus for them. But Tacos Fest now is where they really get to show it, because it's all about them and all about their business. So there's a huge economic value there. I mean, then they tear up. And that's why they go out there, because they make a big chunk of their revenue at this fest.
You know, I want to, yes, kudos to the fest, but just putting the fest aside and talking just about tacos. I know you said it was a cultural shift, a difference, especially for you. That was your first time going?
That was my first tacos.
And just like the language, the music, the vibes, everything about it, you felt that difference. But every place, every district has tacos vendors. And so I think that it becomes this Belizean cultural staple for either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And we kind of we enjoy that aspect, but I think sometimes you forget the cultural part of it.
But tacos not originate the Orange Walk then?
We're not talk about it.
You sure tacos not? Because
tacos is
everywhere got Orange Walk tacos.
Remember, tacos is corn, meat, and pico. Right? And you could find that particular combination in Mexico, Guatemala, Salvador, all over Latin America. So originality is not just for one particular place.
I may feel like tacos originate somewhere past Sugar Hill. But well, apparently not. Now that you're saying
I mean, maybe
Tower Hill.
Tower Hill?
Yeah.
Maybe the only person that could really give you that particular insight is the fellow Orange Wakeños themselves.
Yeah, well.
But I'm so happy you had a good time. I'm so happy that it's back. And of course, like other cultural festivities, we are officially open for business. And as we continue to feel motivated and uplifted and positive in that light, we move on to our eye-opener for this morning, taken from dailyom.com. By harnessing the power of your imagination, you can realize your dreams. The law of attraction is surprisingly simple. Like attracts like. It becomes a bit more complicated when it comes to training our minds to think in ways that will bring what we desire into our lives. The term self-fulfilling prophecy describes the same law. This well-known term explains that we create the circumstances of our mind. We create the circumstances our mind dwells upon, whether positive or negative. So our goal is to practice consistent presence of mind to make sure our thoughts are always directed toward the positive and what we want to create. Just like with any skill, the law of attraction must be practiced. We must decide what makes us feel abundant and use our imagination to create the feeling. It isn't enough to just want something. You must use the power of your thoughts to attract it. A series of choices is what brings us everything in our lives right now, every moment. When we know the direction in which we want our choices to take us, it is as if we've placed an order with the universe. We can then await its arrival with joyful anticipation. If we find ways to experience our dreams right now, we make creating joy a treasure hunt in which the seeking is just as much fun as the finding.
I like that line, April, that says, when we know the direction in which we want our choices to take us, it is as if we've placed an order with the universe, because it creates such a vivid image of stepping into this restaurant with a menu, and you know exactly what you want on that menu. You're hungry for your desires. You're hungry for your dreams. You're hungry for your future. You're hungry for your passion. And so you go in there and you say, oh, this is serving on the menu. And you place your order. I want success with a side of joy and a side of peace, right? And then you place that order and you sit and you wait with great anticipation that whosoever is behind there cooking that up will serve you and serve you well.
I like this idea of harnessing the power of your imagination to realize your dreams, because a lot of it does come with creating that positive energy to get the things that you want. Yes, of course, you have to work hard, right? I like that you said success with a side of peace and joy, but I feel that a lot of the times when we think about realizing our dreams, or when we think about realizing what will bring us some level of progress, we kind of tend to put like things like happiness under the rug.
Yeah.
Right? And like you always feel like you have to sacrifice one to gain the other. And so when it comes to harnessing the power of my imagination, I really just want to be happy in the progress that I make, whether that's bigger or small. And I think sometimes in society we make it so difficult to get to that particular state. And so when we talk about harnessing the power of our imagination, it's not just imagination, but it is positivity, it is consistency, it is light, it is making sure that you block out the white noise so that you're able to get what you want. So also, right, when I'm thinking about your metaphor and just getting that power, right, you also have to be prepared that it might not be what you expect.
Yeah.
So harness your imagination today. We move on with our weather for this morning. Let's harness the power of the weather with our forecast for today. Good morning, Crystal.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Crystal. Give us the general situation for today.
Okay, moderate easterly airflow prevails over the area.
And our 24-hour forecast?
Sunny with a few cloudy spells today, and then clear to partly cloudy tonight. Showers will be isolated, with a few more occurring over the north, along with a chance for isolated thunderstorms, and then over the south tonight.
And how does that affect our winds?
The winds will be from the east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots, and then sea conditions will be light chop to choppy.
All right. And our temperatures, our highs and lows?
Okay, the highs for today will be 87 along the coast, 91 inland, and 80 over the mountains. And then for tonight, 78 along the coast, 72 inland, and 66 over the mountains.
And our extended forecast?
Right. For Wednesday and Wednesday night, we expect mainly fair conditions with isolated showers or thunderstorms developing, and a chance for slightly more occurring along the coast.
Any warnings, watches, advisories for today?
No, it's all clear for today.
Nothing in the tropics?
No, the traffic is all quiet, thank goodness.
Slowly creeping and getting to that final date of November 30th.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Crystal, for that update. Have a good day.
You as well. You're welcome.
And there you have it. We are at November 29th.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
is the
official date of the end of hurricane.
What a year it has been for
I don't know about
the Caribbean.
you, right? But I was just hanging on, like on the rails from June to November, and then Lisa came. You know.
You know what strikes me, April, is the fact that we have to do this every year. It's like it's just like a cycle.
I mean, chalk it up to climate change and so forth, right? But as we continue to have these conversations and more about the weather and about climate change, we keep you updated. And of course, you can always catch another update from the Met Service at our 6 p.m. newscast this evening. But we move on to our show for this morning. Our first conversation, we will be joined by members of the Blue Economy to discuss the Blue Economy Climate Resilience Forum. We'll have the folks in to talk to us about that and more.
And of course, in our second conversation, we have our friends from Digi. Woo! And they will be coming in to talk about their different services and promotion for
Christmas,
the Christmas season. So if you listen in, you might just find that perfect gift to tell Santa exactly what you want.
And wrapping things up and speaking about Christmas and the Christmas season, we will be joined by representatives of Xmas Rock. What is Xmas Rock and that program? We'll have the folks to tell us all about that event. Joining us, we'll be having instrumentalists, vocalists, and so forth to tell us more about that program. You don't want to miss it. But before we get into all of that and more, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back with the Blue Economy. So stay tuned.
Thank you so much.
Why are you so excited?
Let me tell you a secret. I just got off the phone with Santa.
Hi, Santa. For Christmas, I want a pea shooter, a football. iPhone and a makeup for Christmas.
Oh, come on. 1 second.
We just learned that Santa's phone number has just been revealed. The number is 227-7132. Children all over.
I'm sorry, Dad. I shared Santa's phone number.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
It's that time of the year when all that stands between you and all of this is...
Give me 5. Give me 5. Give me 5.
That's all it takes. Get your coupons at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and Channel 5's website. Then, starting Monday, December 5th, keep those phones close and tune in to Channel 5 at 8 p.m. as we start our nightly giveaways until Friday, December 9th. Remember, when the phone rings, don't say
Hello.
Say, give me 5. Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for Financial Literacy Journalism.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes, go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, won't even try.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gonna try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gonna try. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. People die every day, I'm not going with ya. I'ma find my own way, I'm not going with ya. It's okay, mistakes. I don't wanna realize when it's too late. Drinking and driving is never safe. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. Been drinking all night, don't drive. Feeling so high, don't drive. Better not drive, don't drive. Ain't gon' try, don't drive. Been drinking all night, don't drive. Feeling so high, don't drive. Better not drive, don't drive. Ain't gon' try, don't drive.
All right, and we are back. And we have our first conversation for this morning. And we're joined by our good friends from the Blue Economy, right? They have a lot to do with the Blue Economy. And so we have none other than Kennedy Carrillo, the CEO in the Ministry of Blue Economy and Civil Aviation. We have Mr. Carlos Paul, who is the Director of the Climate Finance Unit. And we have Mr. Jeff Gomez, who is a GCF National Project Support Consultant, right?
Good morning.
And good morning.
Good morning.
We have a lot to discuss this morning in such a short
period of time.
And we have some very difficult questions to ask.
My favorite. My favorite.
Well, I wanted to, we're here because of the Blue Economy Climate Resilience Forum. And we talk about the environment sector a lot. We see the initiatives being done by various stakeholders and NGO, particularly Pact Ocean and so forth. But when the root of the matter comes down to it, persons that take courses like environmental science, marine biology, the persons that are in the labs and are in the field, we don't see them, right? So when it comes to careers, when it comes to creating job opportunities within the Blue Economy, how does this particular forum aim to begin to do that?
Okay, well, first of all, let me correct. Mr. Paul is from the Ministry of Economic Development, and the only reason I'm clarifying that is because I don't want CEO Martinez to come after me.
Yes.
Because this is one of his gems.
Yes.
But I want to say that three of us represent a collaborative effort. Myself as the CEO for the Ministry of Blue Economy and Civil Aviation, Mr. Paul representing the Ministry of Economic Development, and of course Mr. Jeffrey Gomez from the FAO project that we're all together implementing in the country, which is looking at climate resilience for the fisheries sector as well as the coastal areas. It's important for us to emphasize that this is a readiness preparation project, which means that a lot of it involves assessments, finding out where the vulnerabilities lie, what are the key gaps that we need to identify, so that then we can apply to the GCF for a larger funding that will look at more tangibles. And it's very important for us to explain that, because many times persons, when they hear that there's a project, they're like, so where can we feel it? But we cannot jump into things, especially something as huge as climate, the challenges of climate.
The idea of the blues, it's a very familiar idea to Belizeans. When you think about blue, we think about the ocean, right? We think about our ocean resources, our marine resources. But what we're adapting to now is the economic aspect of it. So combining the word blue and economy speaks to some sort of economic activity within the blues, speak to some sort of economic benefit for Belizeans. Would you speak to the whole idea of a blue economy and what that really means for Belize?
Without a doubt. The vision of the government was one whereby we would be able to take advantage of our blue resources and space to move our economy. And obviously 2 years ago, we really needed to be innovative and creative. And so the blue economy provides that opportunity for us to further benefit from our blue capital. And it's very important, and I always take every opportunity to emphasize this. The blue economy is not an environment ministry. It is an economy ministry. But like every smart investor, you know you have to take care of your capital and your product. And so that is where the conservation aspect comes in. But really, our vision is to increase the GDP of this country through the creative use and responsible use of our blue resources.
So what sort of businesses then, if I may ask, fall under the blue economy?
Well, definitely the options are as wide as we can be creative and innovative. But we know that at the core of it, we have fisheries. And Belize has always been hailed globally for its sustainable fisheries. And obviously that comes with some challenges, because you have to play that balance with not taking away the livelihood of the fishers, but instead being able to provide new opportunities. This is why we speak about the exploration of deep sea fishing. That's the big thing for us. That's what we've been working on this year, both with the Japanese and the Taiwanese government, starting to explore what is out there, going beyond, you know, our territorial waters and mariculture. We are introducing sea cucumber next year. Also this year, now we have included the fisheries for crab. You know, crab class.
So if I may add that, if you can see, there's potential within the coastal and marine areas, right? There's potential for the economy to grow. So what we are doing, I think it's about 47% of the rural communities living in the coastal area. So what we are doing is trying to get information from them, understand exactly how they have been contributing to the economy, and provide knowledge or information how they can adapt to better themselves, to be able to be more sustainable. So that is what this project is bringing about, how we can teach them what information we have there that we can analyze, what technology we can adapt so that they can improve the way how they're fishing.
One of the controversies, I would term it as that, is because of how new this concept or this approach is to this blue economy. Many of the coastal communities perhaps are questioning, what is it that you can teach us that we don't already know? What is it that we can learn from you that we haven't already learned from years and years of living off the coast, from years and years of living off marine resources? So that's the question that many of them are asking.
I know, and that's what this studies will help us to bring us to get that information, because we know from a stand where we are sitting in our office, but we don't know what the fishermen or fisherwomen are doing there, what methods they are applying. So this study, that this assessment, the readiness that you mentioned, will provide us with more empirical data for us to be able to do more scientific research. That's one of the issues that we have. We don't have much data to be able to conduct very good analysis or scientific analysis.
How are you proposing to begin your consultancy in just kind of piggybacking off of Paul's initial question? And I ask it in regards to not just the approach to these coastal communities and so on, but majority of the time, and this is general knowledge, small communities often get kicked to the curb when larger corporations come into play, when the money is starting to roll and they are no longer necessarily needed in the equation, right? And more often than not, they're left with the remnants of whatever they can pull to build their small community economies. So how does your consultancy then ensure that something like that will not happen?
Okay, just to give a synopsis of the project itself. The project consists of three major outcomes. This is adaptation planning and institutional coordination. The second one is evidence-based, and the third one is adaptation finance increase. So within these outcomes, there are outputs. For example, in the first output, you have basically we want to develop an intersectoral committee. What we realize is we need to bring everybody together, all the stakeholders, like everybody mentioned here. The stakeholders are many. When you talk about blue economy, you're talking about tourism, you're talking about aviation, you're talking about ports. So bringing the main players together to understand the different projects that we want to bring to the country. So that's one output. The other output is basically create forums like the 2022 Blue Economic Climate Resilience Forum. We also held a Women in Fisheries Forum back in June, whereby we brought 60 women from all parts of the country to come together and share their skills, to share their knowledge, and then based on that information, we have developed a gender analysis for the coastal zone and fisheries sector. So that document is already there. Also, we have developed a gender strategy. So that's a completed document. The gender strategy consists of a framework and an action plan and an M&E portion, whereby basically I would say the directorate of the stakeholder intersectoral committee will manage those strategies for it to become a reality.
Yeah.
And within also that same outcome, we have the other research. For example, we have a vulnerability and livelihood assessment. Basically, we have 27 coastal communities, but we have managed to do studies for 5 communities. These include Dangriga Town, Belize City, Placencia, Hopkins, and San Pedro. So we hire consultants, and these consultants are outlining the vulnerabilities, the different options of livelihoods, which will further be, I would say, incorporated in a national adaptation plan for the fisheries and coastal zone.
But these particular communities that you just highlighted, they're larger communities, some that have tourism as a backup, some that have large industrial and business corporations that they can also sustain themselves. I think my question was more aimed at places like St. Bite and Barranco and all of these coastal communities that don't normally get the trick of tourism and don't have these large businesses to hold them over. So how does this particular forum assist those communities? They're vulnerable communities.
Well, the 3 major objectives of the forum itself is basically to harness opportunities of the sea, lagoons, and rivers within small island development state, which Belize is one. But basically is to show to them, there is opportunities out there. For example, the GCF, there's a lot of funding whereby within the project, basically we will teach these individuals how to develop concept notes, whereby these communities can apply for projects. But we have to understand first what is out there. We need to document, and these are the things, like you guys said, climate change has been happening, but do we have data? Are we documenting the issues? We know that, for example, Monkey River, but it's already, we know that Monkey River, we need to relocate these people, but we need to organize, we need to coordinate, we need to show the evidence to get more financing, because in real climate change is very expensive.
Yeah, so we're talking about strengthening the blue economy. Basically, we're focused on building capacity among those stakeholders within the economy, and it's commendable because apart from that, you would have businesses just going off on their own without the data, without the statistics, doing what they've been doing on a normal basis without any real guidance. So the focus on this economy is very commendable. How does the Climate Finance Unit participate in all of this?
Thank you for a very good question. And to answer you, the Ministry of Economic Development, where the Climate Finance Unit falls, is the designated national designated authority for two of the largest green fund, the Green Climate Fund and the Adaptation Fund. What we are discussing is it's a small-scale project that will help us for us to be able, as how CEO Carillo, come up with a bigger project that the Adaptation Fund can be able to finance. We are in discussion with both funds, the Adaptation and the Green Fund, if we can upscale a project that was completed about 2 years ago, the Marine and Conservation and Climate Adaptation Project. That was a successful project, financed from the Adaptation Fund, implemented by the World Bank. GCF and the Adaptation Fund realized that there's potential for upscaling that project. So, but in our first upscale, we need his project and we need other project. We need assessment, we need data, we need to know what is the actual situation on the ground for us to be able to put a climate rationale on our proposal that we will submit to the GCF and Adaptation. But we also work with the other multilateral agencies. The Ministry of Economic Development has the responsibility of the international financial institution. At the moment, all the IFIs, any project that we have with them has to have a component of climate change, right? It's on their policies now, be it World Bank, be it IDB, CABE, any institution. So this is where my ministry comes, or my unit. My unit, the purpose of my unit is to maximize climate financing. We have a climate finance strategy, we have a national determined contribution implementation plan, we have the blue economy strategy, we have the plan. So our role is to ensure that financing is obtained. So we are out there, we serve as the climate finance hub for us to be able to communicate with our partners, so both local and domestic, for us to be able to get financing.
Based on the data, what are the areas that are in need of financing for adaptation? Because when we're talking about adaptation, we're talking about changing our behaviors, changing our approaches to the negative effects, or even sometimes in some cases positive, but changing to meet with the changes of the time. What are the areas of adaptation at this point in time?
The priority that have been identified on the National Determined Contribution and our recently updated Green Climate Fund control program looks at marine and coastal resources, and also fisheries and aquaculture. And this is one of the projects that will help us to be able to get at. But we have a country program that identify other sectors, for example, energy and transportation as well. But for the focus of adaptation, we believe that we need to be able to get to help projects, for example, with marine and conservation, marine and coastal resources. That's where, and the fishery sector. I think that's important for us to look at the fishery sector and be able. The GCF has been able to provide us funds for mitigation, but we have been telling the GCF and the developing countries, okay, we need financing for adaptation. They have pledged certain amount, which that pledge, you know, it hasn't been there. The commitment is there, but we don't see the financing. And this is where we come from. This is where the government believed that they needed a unit, they needed a mechanism for us to be able to lobby to get those resources, to bring the finance, because we have a financing gap of 1.6 billion in order for us to address Belize, yes. For us to be able to be successful in implementing the National Determined Contribution Action Plan, we need 1.9. But we have about 300,000 committed, so we are short of 1.6.
1.9 annually?
No, up to 2030.
Okay,
that's to reach the targets of up to 2030.
Wow.
But it's quite a bit that is needed. We know that there are some institutions there, but for us to be able to access those findings, there's a lot of things that has to be happen on the ground. Studies, assessment, data, scientific and research data. We need that for us to be able to put a solid project, a mega project that the GCF, the Adaptation Fund, or any institution will be able to review and accept and approve and say, okay, yes, Belize, you can walk away with this project.
So the Blue Economy is, of course, in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance. Who else is in collaboration with this particular forum? And do you have a potential timeline, particularly for consultancy and then for your grander result for your project?
Yes, one of the most important principles of our Blue Economy policy and strategy is inclusion and ownership. Blue Economy belongs to every single Belizean. You may have already been involved in it at a larger scale as an exporter, as a fisher, or you may be a young person having some unique, original idea of how you can maybe get salt from the sea, how you can make jewelry from lionfish, you know, and so many other options, seaweed. What can we do with sargassum? Sargassum is a problem that can be turned into a great opportunity. So we keep saying it's for everybody. And we must remember that now more and more Belize is starting to look like a nature-based economy.
Yes.
We've seen, you know, what the Blue Bonds was able to do. We're also going farther and are exploring other opportunities where we can also receive finance for conservation. I mean, what greater benefit could come to us than be able to get paid to continue doing what we've been doing so excellently. And this is why it's important for us to work in partnership with the NGOs, with the communities. We do not believe that we should work as if though government and NGOs have to be against each other.
Well, I was going to ask.
Or that the fishers and the fisheries department have to be against each other. You asked a very important question. How do we include them? They are the experts.
I would imagine.
They are the experts. It's about partnership. You saw what happened at Silk Key, for example, where the community that owns it, that is passionate, started to do something. And then we approached them and we were able to complete this together with the expertise from the Ministry of Economy, from Sustainable Development. We brought the environmentalists to give the guidance, and it was at the end it was a beautiful result.
Are we tapping into the resources, the capacity, the information that these conservation NGOs have? They've been doing this for years, right? As many of them have been doing it for years, and I would imagine they have some of that very important data that we're looking for. How much of that are we partnering with them to process and go through?
Well, one of the best examples is the work that we're doing with our marine protected areas. You know that through co-management, government works with different NGOs, for example, TASA, TIDE, SEA, Holchan, and all of these. And from the beginning, we realized that there was a need to work with the co-management framework to strengthen it, to give greater ownership to the communities, obviously the NGOs that work with the communities. And so we have been working with them very closely. And sometimes people say, like, why you want to work with government if you're the NGO? Why you want to collaborate? You're in a bed with the government or something?
Enemy.
But what we see happening, for example, at Turnif, where we worked very closely to be able to change the face of the co-management there, where they have introduced their tourism products now. The revenues that they collect are no longer going to the government coffers, but really being reinvested into the marine protected areas, and that is something that we will be replicating across the country.
Right, and that goes back to the original question that I had about assuring the community that they will benefit from this particular forum. How do we know particular? And I think the only dispute that comes to my head right now is our farmers right now at large with PSI, right? How do we know that something like that will not occur once we implement this project?
Because we start to set the foundation from the beginning, and that is the advantage that a new ministry has given to us. When we started, many of the ministries got right into work. We didn't even have a laptop. We didn't even have a computer, because this was in the middle of November, and the budget But we moved very quickly, and we're very proud now that we can say we have established our ministry under the great leadership of Minister Andrea Perez, who has had the vision. We have established a Blue Economy unit, we have our technical staff working, and we recognize that as a small island developing state, we have to be aggressive about seeking the financing. Because when you go to a COP, they will tell you, yes, all of this money is out there, but you have to jump through hoops, and you have to jump through fire, and you have to walk on glass
to make yourself
to get it. And so we have to be aggressive about it. The Ministry of Blue Economy opted not to attend COP27 this year because we recognize that there are other ministries, for example, Sustainable Development, that has responsibility for climate change that will be present. The minister would have been there, and so we focus on what's happening here in country.
Just two things I want to highlight and second what CEO just mentioned, the partnership. I think we are not forgetting a very important part of that partnership that we need to bring to the table, and we have done it, and we are doing it as part of Plan Belize, is the academia. Where is the academia in this equation? I think the role of the academia is very important. They are the ones who will be able to assist us with research, with data. But if we don't include them, if we don't bring them to the table, we are just wasting our time. So what we are doing with Plan Belize and the medium-term development strategy is bringing them up from the foundation, from the beginning, have them work with us, design this, and help us execute it and implement it. They feel now, the academia, feel that they are part of this equation in trying to assist us, be able to indicate, okay, I think the labor force needs this specific courses, these specific programs, we'll work it out. Or we know we have met with the people and we know what they want, we tell the academia, this is the way that we should go. So please help us with that.
CEO, I'll ask you just to brace for impact a bit, because I wanted to get your take on the ministry's position on the ban on offshore drilling.
Well, first and foremost, our position comes from our policy and strategy, which speaks about taking advantage of whatever resources are out there, but in a responsible and a sustainable manner. I know that you are coming with this because of the discussions that have taken place with Oceana and the response from the PM, from Minister Perez himself. And our position is one that if there is an opportunity to identify oil, for example, that we would be able to find out if it's out there and be able to use it for leverage to finance more conservation, as we did with the blue bonds. We're talking about saving $500 million in debt that was negotiated now for us as the Ministry of Blue Economy, that we have the major responsibility to meet up with the commitments. Similarly, to be able to explore that. Now, I'm not telling you that the government has made any decision. This has not even gone to cabinet. But this is the direction whereby we start looking at how can we capitalize on our conservation, our excellent practice of conservation.
This falls under Blue Economy, correct?
It would because it's part of the department. But I get that, and I stand with it, and I am a tree hugger, so I have to ask. When it comes to and I like that you brought up the academic research portion of it, because then if the academic research portion of it would tell you it is unsafe to do such a testing, the ends do not justify the means. Let's find another way to get that out of debt, right? Money, right? How would the financial unit then begin to extrapolate from that and make sure that, all right, we can't do testing? How can we find another solution to that debt?
Yeah, well, right now we have very good relationship with our development partners. That's one thing. And Belize's position in international, it's being seen as blue and as green. We are serious and we are committed in protecting the environment, protecting it onshore and offshore. We have worked with a blue bond. We are in discussion for a green bond as well. So with regards to conservation and protection, Belize is #1 in this region. For that, the IFIs are there to support us and help us and work with us. They have helped us put together our plan, so they're willing to assist us to move forward and executing that plan. How much resources we can absorb, time will tell us. But we have what we can do for for the coming years, and we know what we want, and we know who to reach. So we are working on that.
They don't tell me that I'm out of time, and so as we wrap up the forum, right? Because that's why we're here. Yes, that's why we're here. When does it begin? Where is it taking place? Is it still? Is there time to register still?
Okay, I can speak, but I would also want to give Mr. Gomez, who has really been the main coordinator now for this. First of all, we're speaking about a forum and a fair.
Okay.
The first day is going to be more information, more discussion, more panels, and so forth. And then the second day is more of a fun, but, you know, like we call it edutainment. There's going to be a band, TNC band, I understand, from Orange Walk. Once you hear a band from Orange Walk, you know things are good.
I've been telling you about the Orange Walk bands this morning.
I know you're the top of the taco fest, right? No, once we know that there's going to be good music, there's going to be seafood galore. There are going to be different booths that are focusing on seafood, and we think it's an excellent opportunity not only to raise awareness, but also to promote the important work of persons that are involved in blue economy already. So,
yes, the first day of the forum is on December 1st, to be held at the Belize City Center. And we have from 9 to 2:30 p.m. And the forum will consist of 3 panel discussion within the day. We have raffles, so we invite the entire public to be present. This is an open event, and we have the engagement of different institutions. It's a public-private partnership. So we have the Chamber of Commerce, we have Belize Planning Associations, Coastal Zone, Fisheries, and then on the second day, which is December 2nd, we have a fair, whereby we will have different booths. We will have informational, entrepreneurial, and also we will have the Met Office and food, like Sigo mentioned, food galore, and also we will giving out. There will be a raffle on the second day also. So again, we invite everybody to attend. It's a 2 days event.
It's free for the public.
Free for the public. Okay. And on the morning from 9 to 12, we have DJs for the second day, and in the evening we have TLC band from, I think, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Wow. So everybody is invited on Thursday and Friday.
Wonderful. CEO, Director, Mr. Consultant, thank you so much for coming in. We look forward to the forum, and we look forward to see the results of your consultancy and project. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for the opportunity.
The Blue Economic Climate Resilience Forum, December 1st and December 2nd from 9 to 2:30 the 1st and 9 to 4 on the 2nd will be held at the Belize Civic Center. You don't want to miss it. And with that, we're going to take another short break, and we'll be right back with Digi Christmas deals. Stay tuned.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Full-Tech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Full-Tech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price but stay for the service.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double P-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Friday and Saturday. That's right, 2 times the V-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with V-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, V-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's, celebrating 75 years of quality and savings.
What is Medriva? Medriva is the easiest and safest way of booking a taxi or delivery service. Here's a guide on how to use our services. Download the app, available in the Google Play Store and the Apple Store. Tap where you're going. Your location will be picked up automatically, and you can change location by entering a business name, street, or PIN location. Select delivery or economy, the number of packages or persons, your payment option, cash, credit card, or e-cash. Tap confirm, and a driver will accept your booking. You'll see the driver's profile picture, name, license plate, and the color of the vehicle. You can also message and call the driver. You will see real-time tracking of your driver approaching you, and you will be notified when he or she has arrived. Rate the driver by your experience. An electronic receipt will be provided. Tap the hamburger menu. Tap points for every ride completed. With Medriva, you can earn cashback deals to use on your next ride. Tap promo code. This is your special code to share with family and friends to earn discounts on your next ride. Medriva, transportation at your fingertips.
It's that time of the year when all that stands between you and all of this is...
Give me 5. Give me 5.
Give me 5! That's all it takes. Get your coupons at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and Channel 5's website. Then, starting Monday, December 5th, keep those phones close and tune in to Channel 5 at 8 p.m. as we start our nightly giveaways until Friday, December 9th. Remember, when the phone rings, don't say hello. Say, give me 5. Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for Financial Literacy Journalism.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5 Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes, go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, Call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
It's that time of the year when all that stands between you and all of this is...
Give me 5. Give me 5. Give me 5.
That's all it takes. Get your coupons at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and Channel 5's website. Then, starting Monday, December 5th, keep those phones close and tune in to Channel 5 at 8 p.m. as we start our nightly giveaways until Friday, December 9th. Remember, when the phone rings, don't say hello. Say, give me 5.
Just like that, and moving into our second conversation for this morning, we are joined with our friends from Digi, all to talk to us about the promotions for this Christmas season. You don't know when Digi they are.
Once Digi they had a big promotion, and we have to prepare ourselves because the list
long. In studio with us, we have the marketing manager from Digi, Stephen Yarwood. Good morning.
Good morning.
And the senior solutions manager from Digi, Brittany Young. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you all again. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Let's talk Christmas.
Let's start Christmas.
Yeah.
It's that time of year again.
It is.
Everybody has been waiting, looking forward to hearing and seeing what Digi is going to be offering and doing this Christmas. So we're just back from COVID. You know, everybody is getting back into the swing of things. This is really the first Christmas that we're going to be able to move about freely and see all your family and friends that you haven't seen for the longest. And then there was the recent hurricane, and a lot of people have still not quite recovered from the hurricane. So with that, we decided to take a different approach to Christmas this year. As you can see, our theme is paid forward
this Christmas. Interesting.
And all that simply means, and we were discussing it a bit earlier, is that every single thing that Digi Raffles gives away to our customers, every customer gets the opportunity to select a family or friend, who has to be a Digi customer, of course, to be gifted with the exact same prize or token that they received. So it can be as small as a $10 phone card. You in a $10 phone card, you're able to pass that, share a $10 phone card with a family.
So I don't have to give them my one.
No, they get their own. They get their own.
Good.
And the same concept applies all the way throughout the entire campaign. The campaign started yesterday, and we are giving people additional time to be a part of the campaign, so we're actually ending our Christmas campaign on January 10th. Normally it's December 31st. Now we're going all the way up until January 10th.
Then wait till the wise men then come.
Yeah. So what what is this campaign about in terms of how does the campaign work?
So it's all about, like I said, it's all about caring and sharing and being able to spread the love. So we're having 2 raffles. The first raffle is on Christmas Eve, because since we're ending on January 10th with the grand raffle, we still want to give customers an opportunity to win something for Christmas. So there's the Christmas Eve raffle on December 24th. Everybody who wins in that raffle also gets the opportunity to share, pay it forward to a family or friend.
You say everybody, so it's multiple raffles on that day.
So we are going to be raffling $500 per district. So that's 6 $500 prizes, and we're going to be giving away 12 because each winner gets the chance to pay it forward to a family or friend.
So how do we enter in this raffle?
It's very simple. You have to be either a Digi customer or join the Digi family.
Make the switch.
Yeah, so make the switch. So of course, tied in with our grand raffle and giveaways, we of course have promotions on devices, DigiNet plans. If you haven't signed up for DigiNet as yet, we have DigiTV, being a Digi Wallet user. So all these services that we offer, as long as you're using one of them, you likely get a chance to enter. And what that means is if you're a prepaid customer, let's say, every $10 in prepaid usage that you have throughout this Christmas season gets you 1 entry to potentially win either Christmas Eve or January 10th, like Steve mentioned. If you are one of our postpaid customers, you have mobile services or DigiNet, then you automatically get entered to potentially win this Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, just a loyal Digi customer and you automatically get entered to win. And if you're not a part of the Digi family, then this is the perfect opportunity to join the Digi family, make the switch, and then you get a chance to potentially.
How do I make the switch?
So we have a couple different options. Of course, the first thought that comes to mind is your mobile service, right? If you are with the other provider, right now we're offering a perfect opportunity to get a Samsung A22, so you could have a device, $0 down payment, and you could get it Yes, 0 down, and you get it on monthly installments. So you just come in, trade in your active SIM from the other provider, and you could get this Samsung A22 quad camera, 64 gigabyte. It's a good valued at over $600, 0 down, and then you just pay monthly installments, and you have service with Digi, and you're making the switch.
And you become a part of the raffle.
You become a part of the raffle.
So the raffle, is that the extent of the prizes that you mentioned? So it's $500.
That's Christmas Eve.
That's Christmas Eve.
So there'll be a raffle throughout the month of December.
Okay, so that's the Christmas Eve raffle.
Yes,
on
I know
January
you talked
10th,
about that.
we're going to be raffling $5,000.
Okay, $5,000.
$5,000.
One $5,000, and the winner of that $5,000 prize is able to pay forward to a family or friend.
Yes.
So technically, it's two
$10,000.
$5,000 prizes.
Who your friends are.
and then we also have Digi Wallet raffles, which is separate from our Digi raffle. So Digi Wallet is also raffling $2,000 on Christmas Eve and $4,000 on January 10th.
Wow.
And then throughout the campaign on social media, in the stores, we're going to be giving away stuff every day.
Along the lines of the paid forward team as well?
Yes.
Everything that we give away, it's in twos. So I gift you, then you have the opportunity to give somebody the exact same prize that you got.
So April, earlier when you asked during the break if you could get something free,
that's what I said.
Then you actually get something free.
And then she asked, what's the catch? There's no catch. There's no
All
catch.
you have to do is switch or purchase
a device.
Be a DigiNet customer, or make the switch and get DigiNet with us.
So if I, for example, just put in like my $10 credit in my prepaid,
and you buy let's say you buy a data plan or you make voice calls, use that $10 credredit, then you get one entry automatically.
Really?
Wow. Yes.
Okay.
And you have all Christmas to do
the
this.
The entry is automated where you guys keep track?
Yep.
Okay. So apart from the paid forward initiative, I would imagine that there's also deals on devices in stores, online. What will that look like for Christmas? Santa to give away 50% off, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I'll talk about the stuff after.
But this Christmas, so that's already started. So if you are shopping for a device, for yourself or to gift a loved one, you could save up to $170 this Christmas. We have devices starting as low as $99. So if you're, on a budget looking for something affordable, then you could get the ZTE at $99. Or if you want to step into our Samsung line, we're an authorized reseller. So buying Samsung devices from us means you get it directly from the manufacturer. It comes with the 1-year local warranty, and we have those on installment as well. So, if you maybe want to pay it off over a period of time, you come in, some conditions apply, you just have to qualify, and you could get a device on installment. And that means, Samsung A series, or if you want to do the Samsung S22, the S22 Ultra.
iPhones?
We also have the iPhone, not on installment, but we do have the iPhone 14 available.
You have the iPhone, and that's not an installment. Just tell your whole side to come back. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so depending on what your price range is this Christmas, you've been saving and you're ready to make that investment in upgrading your device, stop into Digistore this Christmas, because you
this Christmas.
also get entered into the raffle to potentially win one of our prizes.
Automatically, even if I'm paying an installment?
Yes, you automatically get entered.
Wow.
So why should my family and my friends choose to come to Digicel, Digi, this Christmas, make your purchase or make your switch? What is it about Digi that put you guys at the top?
Well, you asked me earlier about the Be Merry that is on the back of our shirts. And like I said, we recently launched our B campaign. So you're going to be seeing more of the letters B and E in our designs, in our advertising. And we are in the process of preparing some ads, just to give deeper insight as to what it means to be. So like I shared, the B and the E represents the best experience. And having the best experience, it's in every single thing that you do. It doesn't have to be specific to a mobile customer. It's inclusive of our DigiNet customers, DigiTV. It could be somebody in the office, it could be somebody at school, traveling, whatever it is that you're doing, it's all about having the best experience. And with Digi, you are going to have the best experience. So that's a very good question. And that's the perfect answer for that right there.
Best experience.
And it's not only about the experience, but this Christmas, there's no other company that's allowing you to pay it forward.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not just about one prize, it's two.
Yeah.
So I said earlier that we're giving away stuff. That ranges from, gas cards. I mean, the price of gas, everybody.
Wow.
I would want.
We didn't give a gas card.
I would want to put gas cards right now.
Right?
Gas cards.
How do they sell gas?
Coupons to go and shop at the supermarkets. Coupons to go to purchase your turkey or ham, whatever it is that you choose. Serve, drink, paint. You know, some people are trying to figure out right now, what color am I going to paint my wall? And then boom, you win some paint from Digi, and then you win some paint from Digi, and your friend also wins some paint from Digi.
So even the giveaways that paid forward.
Everything.
So if I win a gas card,
somebody else, you can select a family, and this is going to cause a lot of quarrel. Of course. Everybody's going to, I thought that I was your friend. But you have to give it to us.
Just the gas card. But when it comes to these giveaways and these prizes, are you already commencing with that? Is that something that you've already started?
So today we are in Punta Gorda. Our team is at the Digi store in Punta Gorda. They will be very active, and it's not only giveaways in the stores. We are also going to be on the street. So we might just walk up to somebody and are you a Digi customer? Yes. Here's something. And again, you are able to select a family or friend to get that exact same gift that you were just gifted.
I love.
Right.
So we're in PG. So we're in PG today.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning we'll be in Independence. Tomorrow afternoon we'll be in Placencia, and on Thursday we'll be in Dangriga.
Wow. So if we any up this side, because I know
we will be going to all
announce those dates
countrywide. Yes.
Afterwards. So if my friends or my good folks down south, they see the Digi team with the Digi shirt, where you will be in stores or where
in
you'll
store
be?
and on the streets too.
On the street. So what do they do? Approach you and say, Santa Sequoia,
I am giving customers the permission to approach the team.
I was going to say, you sure you want to give that permission, because then it's going to be a swarm. But when it comes to the Be Merry slogan, that comes not just with stuff, not just with deals about stuff, but does that also come with deals off on bills? How does, yes.
So I was mentioning now is the perfect time to get DigiNet, because we are offering the option to sign up for DigiNet plans and get 25% off for 6 months. So that means you already have the option to sign up for a $49 plan. So if you're looking for 20 megabit speeds, you know, you're in a small home, you want basic internet service and connectivity, then you could sign up for an entry plan. But if you're looking to bundle and save, let's say you want to bundle your internet service with your mobile service, then we have our 40 megabit plan, our 80 megabit plan, and up to 150 megabits per second speeds, and you're saving up to $50 per month when you sign up with Digi.
It's 25% each month.
Correct.
For 6 months.
For 6 months.
So that equates to almost a month and a half of free. I'm doing the maths in my head. It's almost like a month and a half
of free service.
Yeah, a free service. Wow.
Yeah. So you could sign up, let's say if you want to bundle your internet, your home phone, your mobile service, get 150 megabits per second speeds. Your mobile service, you get postpaid or prepaid mobile service, and then you have your home phone if you want to have a home phone.
So let me ask you, what is your customers' feedback about your internet service, the Digi service?
It's our fiber internet service, so it's very reliable. It's not, you know, if it rains outside and then you start to
I'm not trying with
the internet. So it's fast, it's reliable, and it's a dedicated fiber line to your home. So you're not sharing bandwidth with your neighbors across the street, and if, you know, your neighbor decides they want to game that day, then your internet speed go down. No.
150 is 150, regardless of what your neighbors are doing.
Wow.
So Digi, pay it forward this Christmas. Raffle begins as of yesterday. And the first raffle will be out on the 24th.
The Christmas Eve. No, the Christmas Eve
Grand Raffle, the 24th, and then January 10th.
Yes.
2nd.
So when the raffle the 24th, right? I could go pick it up the 24th, or after wait and I'll be like New Year's gift.
That's up to you.
That's up to me.
Up to you.
Like if you raffle it one time and I find out I win, I could run down wherever on the day.
So this is where we encourage everybody to download, register for DigiWallet.
Yeah, okay.
Because we're able to send that cash to you instantly.
Oh, there you go. Wow. There you go. Yes.
And so how do we notify if the person won? Is it you're going to call, you're going to text?
So we're going to have a live from our signature store next to Mirab. It's going to be at 1 in the afternoon, live on the Digi Facebook. And we are going to select the winners live, and we're going to call them on air, which is always fun because the reactions are always
interesting.
It varies.
You don't have to say give me 5, right?
The reactions vary.
Sometimes people think that it gets scammed.
Right?
Yeah, the reactions vary, but it's fun. And then right there and then you're able to select that person that you would want to be gifted as well. So like I said, that person only needs to be a Digi customer.
In that moment, right? Imagine you hire Masada, you, but you know what?
Stephen, Brittany, any last words for our viewers as we wrap up?
Follow us on social media.
There's so many.
We'll have all our updates on our social media page so you don't miss out. Follow us.
All right.
Continue being a Digi customer.
Pay it forward this Christmas, not just for you, but for a family or friend. We're going to take another short break, and we'll be right back with more Xmas Rock. Stay tuned.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
¿Calificas para la amnistía 2022? Esta es tu oportunidad de averiguarlo. Usted califica si es registrado como solicitante de asilo en el Departamento de Refugiados antes del 31 de marzo de 2020, residiendo en Belice antes del 31 de diciembre de 2016. ¿Tienes hijos nacidos en Belice el o antes del 31 de diciembre 2021? Completó su educación en Belice. Casado con un ciudadano de Belice por 1 año o más. Viviendo en unión libre con un ciudadano de Belice por 5 años o más. Referido por el Departamento de Servicios Humanos. Empleado remunerado en Belice durante 5 años. Para obtener más información y cómo presentar una solicitud, visita el sitio web www.immigration.gov.bz. Prepárate, el plazo de inscripción será del 2 de agosto al 30 de noviembre de 2022. Amnistía de Belice 2022. Continuemos construyendo Belice juntos.
Your life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
It's that time of the year when all that stands between you and all of this is...
Give me five, give me five, give me five!
That's all it takes. Get your coupons at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and Channel 5's website. Then, starting Monday, December 5th, keep those phones close and tune into Channel 5 at 8 p.m. as we start our nightly giveaways until Friday, December 9th. Remember, when the phone rings, don't say hello. Say, give me five. Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for Financial Literacy Journalism.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5 Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marion Alley, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes, go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, because news is now everywhere, all the time, and so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jim. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
Belize has the highest population of the Antillean manatee in the world, and we'd like to keep it that way.
The Sea to Shore Alliance and our partners have been fighting to protect our environment and these endangered manatees.
Each year, however, their death rate continues to increase rapidly due to watercraft collision, destruction of coastal habitat, entanglement in fishing gears, garbage pollution, and poaching. Yes, poaching.
These animals are in dire trouble and they need our help. It's our responsibility as Belizeans to protect what belongs to us.
In order to create a safe environment and future for our aquatic friends, we must act now.
Respecting no-wake zones and manatee habitat is important.
Practice sustainable fishing methods and properly discard damaged fishing gear.
People throw garbage everywhere, except in the garbage can.
Garbage stops here.
When we safeguard important habitats such as mangroves, seagrass beds, the barrier reef, and our marine lives, we are safeguarding our livelihoods.
I want you to look after my future.
What about me?
When I grow up, I want to see manatee.
We are asking for your support, and we thank you for recognizing the importance of manatees and their habitats.
Thank you for caring.
Big thank you from our aquatic friends.
I am a humanitarian.
I am a humanitarian.
We are humanitarians.
Protect. Protect. We protect.
We should protect our manatees.
We must protect them.
Protect what belongs to us.
Protect ours.
Protect your manatees, Belize.
Well, Cindy, the violinist, I mean, if you love that performance, you might just gonna love the concert that they have in store for you all this December 17th. Joining us live after that stellar performance, Cindy Burgos, the violinist. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Hi, Cindy. That was an amazing performance. How long did it take you to learn that piece?
I've been playing it since last year.
Okay.
Because I have a client that's his favorite song.
Is it?
And I think I played it about 100 times last year. So I know that one fully by memory.
What's the name of that piece?
That's the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Christmas Eve, Sarajevo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we hear it a lot. The different renditions of it, but I've never heard the name. So
it's people know it as the Rock and Roll Carol of the Bells. So when you say that, you know exactly what it is.
Cindy, you are no stranger to the performing arts sector. We've seen you perform in other concerts. Let's talk about you as an artist. Why the violin? And how long have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing for almost 22 years now, so I've been involved in music at a very young age, and without giving my age, I started when I was about 10, 11 at Palote High School, and then I did Palote School of Music, and now I work at Palote School of Music. So it's been a journey for me on this instrument, and this is pretty unique because I just started using this electric violin.
It's an electric violin.
It's different. People are like, what is that? Is that a weapon? But I like educating them and telling them this is a 5-string electric violin, and it makes like the sound a viola would make or a cello would make with the extra string, and it's very versatile. So I really like it. So why the violin? It's because you can play high notes, you can play low notes, you can play in between.
Is this a bit more difficult to play?
I'd say if you're not experienced with the violin, it is. But once you get used to it, it's pretty, I like it. I prefer playing on this with the more poppy kind of song.
Yes, it definitely gives for a different melody and a different tune. Cindy, you are going to be, along with other artists as well, be performing for a particular Christmas concert, or Xmas concert. What makes this concert special or different from other Christmas concerts that's been done?
Well, this is a part of the, there's a series of rock concerts called the Metal Haven concerts, and they just had one for Halloween, and now they're having one for the Christmas season. So they're involving artists from Argentina, Guatemala, and of course they had to have a Belizean representation. So myself and Leon Banks will be representing Belize in that little series of concerts.
So it's a metal concert? It's a rock concert?
Yeah, it's more rock. The Halloween one was a little bit more hardcore. But now the Christmas one is more like alternative, soft rock. So we
kind
know,
of like what you played just now.
Yes, just like that. So it's more entertaining, it's more family friendly. The tickets are on sale now. I think it's $60 per ticket. And this is happening in Benque at the Chill Out restaurant. So we're encouraging people, if you like very soft rock, and Mr. Gabriel Marian, who is coming from Argentina, he's very versed in like Bon Jovi and Guns N' Roses. So he does these very mellow covers as well as his originals. And of course, everyone knows Leon Banks from Belize City. He's very good on the rock scene too. So everyone likes his versions of certain rock songs.
So what can we expect from your performance on that night?
Well, I'll be collabing a bit with some of the artists. So you'll hear me perform things on my own with tracks, and then sometimes with a band, sometimes with Leon Banks. So it's going to be very versatile. So that's one thing we want to showcase about Belize, that you put us in any setting and we will thrive musically.
What's the joy that you get from engaging in performances like these?
Well, for me, it's sharing music, especially when people come up to me and tell me, you exist here in Belize? You Belizean? Are you even from here?
Yeah.
So I like that shock factor when people come up to me and say they didn't even know I existed here. So I'm trying to like promote that on my social medias, that, you know, there's venues here for kids and adults to learn an instrument at Palodi School of Music, where I teach, and I also perform. So that's a big part of me teaching and performing, is that I can show my students this is a career you can look forward to, and it pays good money.
So why do you think people like have that reaction when it comes to talent in Belize?
I think it's because they haven't had that exposure as yet, and so I'm trying to make it my mission to travel different parts of the country and just share that love of my music. And I surprise them a bit too, because I play some boom and chime songs, some sapitas, and then they
violin.
and they relate to it. So they're like, yeah, this is what we want to hear.
Yeah.
We want to see more of this. So
when it comes to the planning and prep for this concert, who are the collaborators, and how did you all even come to bring Christmas or Xmas Rock as an event?
Yes, well, Mr. Oscar, who is the coordinator of, I forgot his last name, he told me his last name, but we just know him as Oscar. If you go to Cayo, everyone knows Oscar. He is the coordinator for all the rock shows, and we are close friends with him. We've been following the rock scene in that side of the country, and he reached out to us and said, hey, we need a small setting band, and we'd like for you and Leon to perform, and you'd be performing with these other big names too. And we're like, so we met Planeta Vagabundo, which is another band coming in from Guatemala, and they're super cool and they're always willing to collab. We haven't met Mr. Gabriel Marian before, but we've seen his videos, and we're like, okay, this is like a group of talented people. So I'm really blessed to be there.
So is it going to, so you are performing on your own, you're performing with Leon. Are you all going to do a collab together?
I believe so. Usually ends off with a big jam session at the end, so that's what we're looking forward to.
And of course, at this spot, you'll be able to get food and drinks.
Yes.
So it's going to be that type of night.
Yes, you reserve your table, and I do believe there will be hors d'oeuvres and maybe a complimentary drink, and then you can order from the bar. Yes.
So when can we look forward to this event?
This is happening on December 17th in Benque Viejo.
So Saturday night.
Yes.
Saturday night.
At the Chill Out Restaurant.
Nice. So I just wanted to ask one question, because you said that you want to inspire young artists to realize that you could choose music as a career path, and that in fact you could make money off of it. What you do is considered to be a part of what is termed the orange economy. So it's you know how they have blue economy, green economy. So the orange economy is the creative arts, right? My question is, how do you make money off music in Belize?
Well, that's interesting that you mentioned the orange economy. I had no idea that was a thing
until
I saw the people getting awards. So I'm like, wow, like that's just a small sector of the people that are working, and there's just this wider community that we don't know about. So I'd really love to spotlight, like anytime I see my fellow colleagues sharing a flyer, I'm always posting it on my page, and I'm like, telling people, okay, it's not just me doing this, there are other people, there's like Anselma Jones, Chelsea Thompson, they do the same thing that I do.
They do.
So if I'm not available, they're available too.
Yeah.
So I'd encourage people, and kids especially, don't just look at music as like a hobby. Like now we're becoming more serious about it, and if you take a look at every country around Belize, there's professional symphony orchestras, there's professional ensembles, groups that play out at resorts in their own countries, and they make a living. So it is possible, and I'm seeing that here in Belize. We just went to Hopkins the other day, and the people were just so welcoming, and then you get tips as well, so that's always good.
So you do this full-time? This is your full-time?
Yes. Well, actually, I juggle between teaching and gigging around the country.
Well, Cindy?
Xmas Rock, December 17th. What time?
It starts at 7.
Starts at 7, and it's going to be an all-night event?
Yes,
wow.
definitely.
Rock out till 4 in the morning?
Well, maybe not 4. I think we have a curfew of 12, 1-ish.
Okay. At the Chill Out Bar in Benke, limited seats?
Yes.
So you have to, where can we get our tickets?
Well, there's a Facebook event where you can contact the organizer, Oscar. There's a flyer going around, but if you follow my page, The Violin Gal, or the.violin.gal, it's very specific.
On Instagram?
Yes, on Instagram, you'll see all the flyers for all of my events. So, like this Thursday, I'll be at the Wine Club here in Belize City.
So people can contact you for tickets?
Yes,
okay.
definitely.
Limited tickets are available now until sold out.
Yes, until sold out.
December 17th, Xmas Rock, Cindy the violinist, alongside Leon Banks, representing Belize in this, I guess, regional concert event, this regional Christmas concert event. So you don't want to miss it. Book her for a chance to get your own violinist.
And you do any event, right?
Yes.
And whatever we invite you to, you do.
Yes.
So he's asking.
I take up the challenge.
All right. Nice.
Thank you, Cindy, so much for coming. Best of luck with your concert. And with that, we're going to take our final break and we'll be back for wrap-up. Stay tuned.
Hola usuario de eCash, la aplicación eCash está disponible en español. Cambiar el idioma de tu aplicación de eCash de inglés a español es rápido y sencillo. Déjame mostrarte cómo se hace. Primero, abre tu aplicación eCash. Introduce tu PIN. Toca el icono More en la parte inferior de tu pantalla. Selecciona Security. Selecciona Language. Y luego selecciona Spanish. Vuelve a introducir tu PIN y ya está. Tu aplicación de eCash está ahora en español y puedes seguir disfrutando de tu cartera digital eCash. La aplicación eCash de Belize Bank te hace la vida más fácil.
Social Security, transforming service delivery. My Social Security is your secure online account to manage all your Social Security information. My Social Security launched in March 2021 with registration service to apply online for new or replacement Social Security cards. Upgrades to My Social Security continues with a new look, enhanced customer experience, and its newest feature, Sickness Benefit Online application. With My Social Security, you can create your account, log in, and take control of your Social Security information. This includes applying for a new or replacement Social Security card for yourself, child, or dependent. Make appointments online and submit your complete sickness benefit claim package. Our customer care team is here to provide you, our valued customers, with real-time support. Connect with one of our customer care agents through direct messages on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, or live chat, or follow our YouTube channel for more information, tutorials, and guides. A complete 360 view of your Social Security information is coming soon, which includes a new employer portal for employers, businesses, and self-employed persons, contributions history and statements, all SSB benefits, medical portal for registered doctors, and fingerprint enrollment all in one place. Social Security at your fingertips. The significant enhancement of service delivery to you is here. My Social Security.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
It's that time of the year when all that stands between you and all of this is...
Give me 5, give me 5, give me 5!
That's all it takes. Get your coupons at Channel 5 and Coney Drive and Channel 5's website. Then, starting Monday, December 5th, keep those phones close and tune in to Channel 5 at 8 p.m. as we start our nightly giveaways until Friday, December 9th. Remember, when the phone rings, don't say
hello.
Say, give me 5.
And we are back, just like that. Show's come to a close.
The show has come to an end.
Thank you so much to all of our guests for stopping in. Our friends from the Blue Economy came in to talk about the Blue Economic Climate Resilience Forum to be held this Thursday and this Friday.
Of course, and we have our friends from Digi. And this Christmas, they are paying it forward, April. And so we want to thank our friends from Digi for coming here to tell us all about what paying it forward would look like for Digi. Simply means if you win anything, you get for giveaway one at the exact same price to a family member, a friend, or anybody you feel like give away. So Digi is giving back this Christmas.
And of course, just keeping things lined with the Christmas festivities. Cindy, the violinist, stopped in to grace us with her lovely Christmas performance, and of course to promote Xmas Rock that will be taking place on December 17th at the Chill Out Bar in Benke. So you don't want to miss on that Christmas event. You already have one Christmas event to look forward to.
Yeah.
So of course, we'd like to thank all of our guests. And of course, thank you to the viewers for tuning in, opening your eyes, and starting your morning right with us here on Channel 5. We have two, not one, two birthday shout-outs.
So for our first birthday shout-out, we want to say a huge happy birthday to none other than Hubert Usher, from your friends and family, wishing you all the fun life can bring.
Happy birthday to you, Hubert. And of course, a big happy birthday to Shelly Usher from your friends and family. We hope you have a blessed day this birthday. And of course, happy birthday to you both from all of us here at Open Your Eyes. And if you have a birthday shout out or just a question or a comment, you can always drop us a line right here at oye@channel5belize.com. You can also catch our live stream on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ and our highlights on Instagram at OYE Belize. We'll catch you tomorrow again when you open your eyes
and start your morning right.
Be sure to keep your eyes, your mind,
and your hearts open.
Have a safe day, Belize. Goodbye.
Peace.
When everything's meant to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And I don't want the world to see me.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.